What's up guys, Josh from Strength Side. Today I am starting a little series on my life down here in South America. I am kind of traveling through South America for an undetermined amount of time. Right now I'm in Medellin, Colombia for about 6 weeks. And what I'm doing down here is basically just training, working with my online clients, and then kind of immersing in the culture and taking Spanish classes and seeing if I can pick up some Spanish. So I'm just gonna throw up some of my training clips from the previous week and talk a little bit. So traveling has become something that I got really into, and I wanted to live outside of my country for a little bit and have that experience. So here I am down in South America. I'm in Colombia right now, and you know, I'm in a land where I don't speak the language, living, you know, not just visiting, but I'm here to stay, and things can be kind of uncomfortable at times. So it's definitely been interesting, but you know, it's that feeling of uncomfortableness that I know is good for me, and that I think is only gonna, you know, make positive changes in the long term. And yeah, I've really just been enjoying everything so far. I was lucky enough to stumble upon this training facility down here in Medellin. That's awesome. It's on a rooftop, has a nice gym inside as well. So I'm training a lot. I'm taking Spanish lessons, and that's going very slowly, but you know, I'm just kind of treating it like training the body, make small improvements every day, and then over time that'll lead to some bigger successes. So I have a lot of these clips. Usually I put on my Instagram. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, it's at #. I'll throw that on the screen. So I figured I'd clip these up, talk to you guys, and also I want to open up this to questions. So I get a lot of questions on newer and old videos. I don't really have the time just to sit down and answer them all. So if you guys have a specific question for me, throw it in this video and I will prioritize those questions to put in the next video of this series. And I got a question today that I want to answer while we're here. It's from Why Fish, and I'm going to paraphrase, but he said, what is the natural range of shoulder flexion for most people? I have trouble getting my arms overhead. It seems like a bony anatomical restriction since lat and pec stretches and thoracic extension exercises don't seem to improve my overhead range. Are there any stretches I should be doing? So what I said is, it is very rarely any bony anatomical restriction. I'd recommend not taking that viewpoint. It took me at least a year of dedicated work to open up my shoulder flexion and thoracic extension, and I'm still at it. So to expand on that, I don't like when people jump to thinking that they have some type of bone restriction, because you know, most of us, we had the function of our joints when we're young, and to think that over time that our bones just like grow into restricting our joints, I'm not with that idea, right? Because it's our muscles that change over time. They get stiff, right? And I know for me, my spine and my shoulders were so stiff, and I didn't even know it until I started doing like handstand training and stuff, and I realized, oh my god, I'm so restricted. And it took me a long time of just dedicating to doing certain stretches, you know, every day, and really putting a lot of time in. And I think that's what people don't do these days is you do a stretch for a couple weeks, you know, I did the stretch for 3 weeks, 3 times a week, and now I don't have overhead range of motion, so this stretch obviously wasn't working. It's not the way that it works, right? We've put our bodies through a lot of bullshit for a lot of time. A lot of my clients are maybe in their 30s and they haven't done any correct stretches or exercises for maybe 5 years. So how do we expect to fix that in 2 weeks? We can't, right? So I want to leave you guys with that. Always make sure to really put in the time necessary to then have a lot of data to decide, is this working for me or is it not? All right, guys, if you have any questions, leave them below, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.